Hi, friends. So, I want to talk about moving through the next portion of this period of this global lockdown, so to speak, or the pandemic. So, I've noticed everyone is kind of having, not kind of, they are. Everyone is having their own unique experience through this. There's a reason the spectrum ranges from complete and utter petrified parapolitic fear all the way to abundance and growth and spiritual evolution. Like they're on the spectrum. And so, not including the people that are suffering from the health consequences of the virus. So, they're also having their own unique experience in this. And so, what I'm referring to is the people that are not physically or health impacted by this. So the 99% of the population, because so far the projections of affected are somewhere between 1% and 2%. So the 98 to 99% of the people that are only affected in other ways, everyone's having their unique experience on the spectrum from complete and total devastating fear and victim mentality and complete like petrified to this is it, this is the awakening, everybody knows, like we're coming, like the unification, like oh my god. And so in the spiritual growth and evolution. And so what I realize is everybody is having this very unique experience. And so the way I've been feeling since this went down is, one, I knew something was coming for about 6 to 9 months before this happened. So I was emotionally prepared. I had processed a lot of the fear of what I would do months before this had happened. So when it happened, I actually felt a strange sense of calm and peace, because it was like, oh, okay, cool. Like I felt something was going to happen and now I know what it is. And now I can move forward because like that sense of unknown is gone. And so, so basically I've been feeling, like a sense of confirmation. So for me, that's been my experience. This is confirming what I already knew was coming. I've been feeling peace. My goal has been to help unify people, to help give other people peace and strength and clarity, and just anchor in more love and light into this experience, into the experience for all. Because if you feel better, the people around you feel better. And so that's been my service to the community in this period, as well as some other things, but that's been my main goal. And so on the other end, I have friends or friends of friends who are completely and utterly emotionally like decimated by this. This is traumatizing. I will not take that away from anyone, especially for those of us that have unresolved traumas or open wounds. This is going to be very traumatizing and re-traumatizing for people, especially those that are in like deep isolation, or maybe they have an underlying health issue. And so there's like a much bigger fear there. But these people that are having this very fearful experience through this are creating this. So just as a very small background, how do I explain this? You choose the point of this is you choose what this moment will mean to you. You choose what every moment means to your life. You choose what any second of any day of anything means to your life. This is why any morning you can wake up and choose, like, I'm going to do something different. Like I'm going to stop drinking, or I'm going to stop losing 4 hours a day on social media. Like I'm going to stop whatever. Like you choose any day. And what the guidance, what the universe, what God, source, energy wants people to know is that you are a limitless divine being and you can have whatever you want. You create your reality. Of course, we are in a collective reality. I am not exempt from having my work life and certain aspects of my life change because the collective reality has changed due to the pandemic. I can't run to the grocery store without certain limitations now, because I'm still in the collective reality. But my personal reality, what I create, how I feel about my life, is still filled with love and light, optimism, abundance, joy, bliss, and the whole thing. That's not true for everybody. And so what I've been saying since this happened is this will be a division of waters. And you will see the people that have built their lives upon a facade versus the people that are built upon authenticity, because this is scary and it's abnormal, and all of the normal, almost like compartmentalization, all of the social norms are kind of out the window. We're almost in a new culture, or an emerging new culture. And so the way it feels to me, the imagery they keep getting is almost like the chips have been thrown up in the air, and you choose how they're going to land for you. So if the biggest thing I want people to understand is, I look overwhelmed because I want people to get this. You don't have to suffer through this period. You don't have to suffer through this period. You don't have to be afraid. I understand why. I understand why you're afraid. It is scary. There is so much unknown, and the unknown puts fear into humans because we find a sense of security in the illusion of we know what's coming next. Routine is really important for humans, for domestication, for the whole thing. So not having a routine is scary. It's like a free-for-all. We're in the wild, wild west, so to speak. But the reality is, if you truly understand this, you never know what's going to happen. You're more likely to get into a car accident than you are to get this pandemic, to get this virus. You're more likely to get in a car accident today than you are to get this virus. You realize that. You never know what's going to happen. And so the illusion that we have routine, I know I go to my job at 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And so I know what I'm doing 2 days from now. And I see my friends on Friday nights for beers. And like, that's all. You don't know. You don't actually know that those things are going to happen or occur. It's just, that's part of your routine. You're just used to it. You've become domesticated almost. And so the chips are up in the air. The chips are up in the air. And so you didn't know what was going to happen 2 years ago either, but things just happen. And so this is the same way now. We don't know. And the people in charge don't know what's going on either. I'll tell you that much. They don't know. We're all just kids in big bodies trying to figure out what the fuck is going on and how to get through this time. And so this is like, we're just all doing the best we can. And so if you feel afraid, if you feel like you don't know what's coming next, nobody knows. So you're not alone in that. So stop putting pressure on, I need to know what comes next. You don't. Nobody knows. So it's also impossible. So that's the first thing, is like, I need to know, I need to plan. Like, no, you need to follow your intuition. You need to deal with the evidence you have at hand. You need to deal with common sense mentality and not get stuck or lost or influenced by certain media sources or social media or friends that are trying to contaminate you with fear, because they're afraid, and the only way they can release this overwhelming pressure of fear inside themselves is to spread it. And so the fear builds up to here, and then they need to get rid of it. So they, blah, like, you should all be afraid too. And so energy likes like energy. So if you have friends that are afraid, they're going to also try to contaminate you. They don't realize it's contamination. They think it's coming from a concerned place, but they're going to try to contaminate you with this energy, because frequencies like matching frequencies. My friends that are fearful, that are conspiracy theorists, that are in a place of panic, have stopped talking to me. They have stopped talking to me because I just don't entertain it. Because to me, I feel like I can create whatever I want out of this. And I feel like being of service and giving other people that moment of light and love, as I said at the beginning of this video, is much more valuable than being afraid. A lot of people are afraid. I don't need to add to that noise. And also, I don't want to feel like that. I don't want my experience through this time to be one of fear. You create your experience. If you can look around and see how everybody is having such a unique experience with this, you can create your own. You realize that this isn't like a blanket statement, like everyone's afraid. No, everyone's not afraid. Everyone's not afraid. Everybody's lost their jobs. No, they haven't. They haven't. A lot of people still have jobs. A lot. We have the internet. We have electricity. We have options. And a lot of stores are hiring, at least in San Diego. So it's like, I there's people that aren't afraid. There's people that haven't lost abundance. There's people that will create abundance and thrive through this. And why can't it be you? And I will tell you, the only reason it won't be you, the only reason it won't be you that feels joy through this, that finds themselves, that finds their purpose, that creates a passion, that finds like-minded people, the only reason you won't be that person is by your choice and by your actions. The guidance, the universe, the guides, whatever, they told me that you can have whatever you want. The way you manifest, you can have whatever you manifest pretty much. You have to put in action. That is how you create energy. That is how you put intention into the physical. So if you're manifesting $1 million in the lottery and you never go out and buy a lottery ticket, if you never take the physical action, if you want that dream job and you never put the application in, if you never do the work to make that resume, if you want your own business, sustainable, eco-friendly business that does whatever, and you never do anything with it, if you want your own gym and you never actually do anything and you just continue to make the plans and you just keep adjusting your plan because the plan isn't perfect enough, if you never take the action, you will never get it. Action is how you turn intention and energy into the physical. Action is how you turn energy and intention into the physical. If you don't take action to make yourself feel better, you won't feel better. If you don't take action to eat better and exercise so you can lose weight, you won't lose weight. Like, it's not rocket science, but it's like these simple things we forget. And so you are not doomed and you are not punished to have a negative experience through this. Once again, I'm talking to the 98% of the population that isn't dealing with the health consequences of this. And so you choose what any moment means to your life. And if you need an example of that, look at Oprah Winfrey. Just do a quick Google search of Oprah Winfrey's biography. Statistically, besides from the fact that she's an African-American female, statistically, she should not even be close to where she is. If she had accepted the limitations that would have been placed on her by her socioeconomic place or the fact that she was impregnated by rape in her, I think it was early teens or like late childhood, if she had accepted the limitations that society had placed on her, where would she be? Statistically, she shouldn't even be where she is. You understand that, right? It's just because she chose what those moments mean to her life. So what they've said is for trauma, especially, if you can create purpose in your life, that will help you heal. So what purpose can you find in this time? You choose how you see anything. If you want to be negative, if you want to be afraid, if you want to spread fear, you can do that. But there's a lot of people that are filled with light. There's a lot of people in the political system that are still light-based, and their foundation is being a public servant and in truth and bringing us to this higher place where everybody is living their best life. Majority of people just want to live a good life, have fun with their friends and families. They want to have abundance. They want to be able to take vacations sometimes. They want to be able to enjoy the good things in life. And that's majority of people. It's a very small percentage of people that are out there to spread fear and pain and hurt. Very, very small. The vast majority of us are farther on the good than the bad. And you can take that to the bank. So what does this moment mean for your life? And the other thing that I want to explain, and this might be I'll save it for another video because I think it'll be too much at once, but what does this moment mean for you? What are you going to decide this moment means for you? We are subject to a collective reality, as I said, but you are the maker of your own reality. This is why siblings growing up in the same house, under the same rules, under the same parents, will interpret events differently. There's this old story that I love, and there's two brothers that were raised by an alcoholic, abusive father. And one grows up to be the successful businessman with a healthy family, and the other one becomes an addict And they're both asked the same question. Why did you become this way? How did you get this way? And both of their answer was, how could I not be this way? Because of my father. You choose what any moment means to your life. Is this going to, are you lost, or are you an adventurer in search of your treasure? Are you stuck, or are you an innovator challenged to create something new that the world has never seen before? And are you broken, or are you resilient and you're a phoenix in the ashes waiting to rise? What are you? What does this moment mean to you? You're not stuck. You're not broken. It's never too late to start. There's no reason you can't have anything that you want. But if you do not take action, it will always just be etheric. It'll always just be like energy. It'll always just be whatever. You have a physical body. You are an energetic and physical body. That is true. We live in a physical reality. So to turn your energy, to turn your intention, to turn your manifestations, to just turn the reality that you want, the life you want to live, into your physical reality, you have to take action in the physical world. So that's the biggest thing I want to say today is you decide what this moment means to your life. Everybody's having a unique experience, and growth is uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie to you. Action, the things that you will have to act on to get to that next level, to get to that highest version of yourself, to evolve, will not be comfortable. It will not be comfortable to confront the parts of yourself that have kept you where you don't want to be. It will not be comfortable to confront your self-sabotaging habits or your feelings of unworthiness or your childhood abandonment wounds. It will not be comfortable. It is so fucking uncomfortable. That's 100% truth. Never will I tell you a mistruth. But it's more uncomfortable to suffer for unworthiness. It's more uncomfortable to suffer staying where you are. It's more uncomfortable to suffer knowing that you're not reaching your potential or that you're not providing your gift to the world. It's more uncomfortable to keep yourself small, knowing that stirring in your heart that's saying, we can do more. I can offer more to the world. I can give. I have a message. I have a purpose. I have a light inside of me. It's more uncomfortable to suffer for darkness than it is to be uncomfortable for light. I will tell you that. The fight to become a warrior of the light, the training, the struggle to find that light within yourself is uncomfortable, and it will bring you to your knees to go through the dark night of the soul. But you can also suffer for pain. You can suffer for fear. You can suffer for hate. You can suffer for anger. You can suffer for shame. So why not suffer for joy? Why not suffer for generosity? Why not suffer for compassion? Why not suffer for these things to bring a little bit more light into the world? And that is your choice. No one can make it for you. No one's going to tell you what to do. And so everyone's having their unique experience through this moment, so you decide what that means to you. And I wish you well. Good luck on your journeys. If you have questions, let me know. My name is Caroline, kairosoul.com. Enjoy.